In this video, we will discuss activity 13.9, aging of receivables. Sige, recap natin na ang aging of receivables ay variant ng percentage of receivables in which iba't ibang percentages ang i-apply natin sa iba't ibang balances based sa kanilang number of days outstanding or past due. Okay? So sige, let's start. Ang hinihingi sa problem na ito ay ang ending balance ng allowance for doubtful accounts. Sige. Again, kapag nagko-compute tayo using aging of receivables, ang lumalabas na amount ay ang ending balance ng allowance for doubtful accounts. Okay? Compare natin sa percentage of net credit sales na kapag gamitin natin ang percentage at i-multiply sa net credit sales, ang lalabas ay tama, bad debt expense. So, sige, let's compute. Paano nga ba natin kunin yung ending balance ng allowance for doubtful accounts? Okay, sige, multiply natin yung iba't ibang rates sa iba't ibang amounts based sa number of days outstanding. Sige, 1,200,000 times 1%. 1,200,000 times 1%. Ayan, 12,000. Okay. Next, 900,000 times 2%. Ayan, 18,000. Next, 1 million times 6%. Ayan, 60,000. So, kapag i-total natin lahat ng to, okay, ang ending balance ay 60 plus 18 plus 12. Ayan. So, 90,000. Okay, so ito ang answer. 90,000. Ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys. Next, let's answer magkano daw ang bad debt expense. Okay, so since na-compute na natin yung ending balance ng doubtful accounts, okay, ilagay na natin siya dito. Okay, next, ano na pa ba ang given? Okay, again, since bad debt expense ang hinihingi, ito yung amount na isi-squeeze natin sa the account. Okay, sige, ilagay na natin yung ibang given. May given ba na beginning balance ng ADA or ABD? Meron, andito. So, 20,000. Next, may given ba na recoveries? Yes, meron. Ayan, so may given ba na write-offs? Meron. Andito. 70,000. So sige, squeeze na natin. So, ang write-offs plus ending balance is 70,000 plus 90,000. Okay, mental math natin, no? So 160,000 yung sa debit side. Okay? Samantalang magkano naman sa credit side? 20 plus 40, 60. Okay? So 160 minus 60, dapat ang bad debt expense ay tama, 100,000. So ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys. Okay? Next, magkano naman daw ang net realizable value ng accounts receivable? So ganito yan siya, guys. Okay? Pag bibigyan tayo ng schedules, okay, etong mga schedules na to ay net na, okay, of write-offs. Siyempre, bakit naman i-reflect yung amount dyan kung na-write-off na siya? Natanggal na nga siya sa records, di ba? Next, it also represents, okay, amount na net of collections. Okay? Na-collecta na so hindi na siya outstanding. At the same time, nandito na rin yung mga net credit sales for the period. Okay? Of course, yung recoveries, hindi talaga dyan i-reflect. So, yung total ng amounts na to, ito na yung ending balance. Okay? So, sige, i-add natin, i-mental math na lang natin. So, 1,200,000 plus 900,000, that's 2,100,000 plus 1 million. Okay, that's 3,100,000. Okay? Yan na ba yung hinahanap natin na net realizable value ng accounts receivable? Hindi pa. Okay, kasi ending balance pa lang yan ng accounts receivable. Next, i-minus na natin ang, okay, very good, ang ending balance ng allowance for bad debts. 90,000. So, magkano, guys? I-mental math na lang natin, no? So, 3,100,000 100,000 minus 90,000 is equals to 3,010,000. So, double check lang natin, no? 3,100,000 minus 90,000. Ayun, 3,010,000. Okay? So, ganyan lang kasimple guys ang pag-answer ng activity 13.9, gauging of receivables. Next, we will answer activity 13.10 in another video.